Yeah, Salakia, man. I put this damn phone on Do Not Disturb. Them people still fucking call me. That you know them fucking scammers. But anyway, continuing on. And if it was triggered by electromagnetic pulse, EMP strike, a solar flare, or a natural calamity. And the natural calamity is Jacob's trouble, man. Ultimately, man. Jeremiah 30 and verse 7. All right. Alas, that day is great, and is nothing like it, even the time of Jacob's trouble. Cause it's not gonna be no terrible day like it, man. It's gonna be very, very dreadful. It's gonna be worse than any type of atrocities we ever been through. And especially for the ones that take that MOTB, they're going to be melted by thermonuclear missiles, man. All right. By nuclear missiles, man. That's a painful fucking death. And the Lord's going to make sure he up your spirit to the point you stand there and marinate in that shit, man. All right. Because you know the Lord, ultimate Jake, he gonna season y'all niggas in the nuclear fire, man. That's a terrible way to go. That's why I say you bet all dying in the Lord, man, putting your trust in your power and dying in the Lord. And I'm talking to you non-believers at this point, because for the real true believers, we know we may have to, be a sacrifice, man, so-called sacrifice, which, we call it like, a martyr or whatever, dying, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, man, dying for the Lord. Ultimately, he died for us. So why not, die for him? Especially when we've been preaching this whole entire time. Can't bitch up and shake up during that time, Ain't no need. Let me get Second Ezra's. Going to the missiles. Okay, I was right. Second Ezra's chapter 16 and verse 35. Salakia. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord, men of the Lord, the elect of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, that really worship Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai in truth and sincerity to the best of their ability and through the Spirit. Verse 36, behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Verse 37, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. These plagues are not slack, man. All right. Total darkness will happen again, as the scriptures say. He done touched Egypt before, man. This is Second Ezra chapter 15. I'm going to start at 6. Wait. I'll start at 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. All right, and that's the elect. The righteous blood, the innocent blood, all right, and the just complaining continually. All right, whether they be on the earth or even in the heavens, man. Okay. Especially on the earth, crying out for the kingdom of heaven, and also in the heavens too. All right, even though they're at rest, they're still, basically, chanting us on and rooting us on that we may, be delivered, man. All right, roughly paraphrasing. Verse 9. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. All right, from among all people, all nations, and amongst the 2/3 too, because the 2/3 going to have to be judged on this side. But they're gonna make it in all in all generality, if I'm saying the word correctly. All right. At the end of the day, all Israel will be saved. Thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, via through the scriptures and prophecies, man, and the promises that he made. Unlike you got some people, like I say, people just they bugging out, man. But the scriptures say that seducers shall wax worse and worse. And, basically in the last days, niggas they gonna bug out. They gonna say all type of dumb shit, especially, guys in the circumcision and even the ones outside the circumcision, Trying to find that scripture. Okay, there you go. Verse 11, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and with a stretch out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before. And this is talking about new Egypt right now, man. All right, it's gonna smite the new Egypt as it done upon the old Egypt. All right, because what happened in old Egypt? All right, the Lord put outermost darkness upon them. Okay, and Lord will, I'm gonna get Wisdom of Solomon, the 17th chapter, and Exodus, the 10th chapter, going into how the Lord put a gross darkness in the land to the point people couldn't even see, bring forth, light, from a distance, or even see their whole hand or even their body parts or anything like that. It was so dark. And then the Lord cranked it up on a spiritual level, having all types of aberrations and, fearful sightings and, just terrible things you can't even really fathom. But just know these people were terrified and they feared Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, and they knew the Lord. And this is one of the plagues that is going to come upon Egypt again as before. Continuing on, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High Yahweh shall bring upon it. All right, and the Lord is about to bring that upon this land, man. That's why I say, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. All right, they're not slack, man. Verse 38, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son with 2 or 3 hours of her birth great pains compass her womb with pains. When the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall be upon it on every side. Every side, no matter where you go, man, you can't escape the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai at the end of the day. Go back to the article. It said, even while you may believe that a significant blackout affecting the U.S. is unlikely to occur, it is always better to be prepared for the worst case scenario than not at all. Here's a few good practices to put in place. And I want to get a precept because at the end of the day, you cannot escape Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. At the end of the day, if you are determined to be judged, you are determined to be judged, man. And 5 and 18. Amos 5 and 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Woe unto you that think and assume that the day of the Lord is going to be a peaceful day. All right, that you're automatically saved and you're going to be raptured up and escape the 7-year tribulation, which is all lies and falsehood. All right, because how the Lord is going to come, he's going to deliver his elect that first and last time. After that, nuclear missiles is going to rain upon the rest of the nation of Israel. And over a period of time, the ones that died underneath the nuclear rain are going to come back through the ones that made it the first go round. Come back through the men. All right. Because life and procreation always starts with the man. That determines the sex of the child, first and foremost. And if a man don't never have sex with a woman or even, go inside her, all right, how are you going to bring forth a child? That woman can't never get pregnant, all right? So man has to put forth seed, plant seed in as niggas like to call Mother Earth. That's fucking off, all right? But put it in the earth, put it in her earth so it can grow. But it needed your seed. That's what I'm saying, man. Jake. Anyway, Amos chapter 5 and 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. All right. And that's basically a good comparison. It's going to be evil times, dark times. All right. Ephesians 5 and 21, man. Okay. Redeeming the times because they are evil. All right. And evil just mean bad timing. And what's the times that we're about to enter into? Jacob's trouble, our temptation. These people assume to know that shit is about to get real and that their whole life is about to hit a drastic change. Salakia, like I say, stammering lips, man. Okay. But at the end of the day, this is what's coming. There's no stopping it. The plagues are not slack. Who the hell are you to try to stop Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the true Lord? Because, weak ass people will try to pray to the so-called Jesus Christ for it, for not things to happen. No, it doesn't work like that. The Lord is bound by his word. That's how you people don't understand the Lord. At the end of the day, the Lord don't give a fuck about your emotions or whatever. You supposed to listen to him. That's how that's a God. Hey, just listen to me and I got you. Whatever in righteousness, I got you. Whatever your desires is in righteousness, I got you. Just serve me. That's it. That's it, man. But how Jake is, man. But at the end of the day, it was for a greater purpose. All right. It was for a greater purpose through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. They know it, they are creator, man. Verse 19. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? I despise your feast days. I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. And that's going into, all these false pagan so-called holidays that our people love to take parts of. And mainly of the time, it's always consist of a feast. Whether they worship a god, a deity, all that, man. It always requires